What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to Serial Productions. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone, all of my subscribers. Thank you guys. I am forever grateful for each and every one of you guys supporting the channel. Everybody who's new this year, everybody who's new this month, going 6 years strong. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so dearly for really, continuing on this journey through YouTube with me. It's been such a fun time, and boy, oh boy, I don't see it ever stopping because I don't do this for money. I do this because I have a great time talking movies, talking TV shows, whatever. I ultimately think this is as a hobby of mine, something I look forward to every single day. And that's something I really want to, express to you guys. I'm really hoping you guys have something, at least one thing every day to look forward to, because that helped so much with your mental. Before I was doing YouTube, I was in a weird mental space, and I'm opening up to you guys. I had a bit of depression, and when I discovered YouTube and doing YouTube and really engaging with an audience and talking about the things I loved, it helped me so much. So again, you guys, I'm hoping each and one of you guys can literally just have one thing you look forward to every single day to help you get through the dark times, because I know we all go through them, and it's very real, you guys. So happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I hope you guys are spending time with your friends, your family, and enjoying some good food today and not worrying about a damn thing. But in today's video, you guys, we're going to be talking about Scream 7. A little bit of an update. Now, the last video I did, I reported how Melissa Barrera was fired from Scream 7, right? And how Jenna Ortega was rumored to be dropping out of the film. Well, literally, like an hour after I posted that video, a whole article from Deadline came out stating that, Jenna Ortega officially dropping out of Scream 7 because of scheduling conflicts. I was like, oh, the coincidence. Oh, the scheduling conflict. Wow. That's so funny. And I just don't believe it one bit. I don't. I'm sorry. I mean, no way that, she drops out of the movie. This article drops a day after Melissa Barrera was fired from Scream 7. I was like, there's no way. Come on, there's no way. Apparently she's already been in talks with the studios about not returning to Scream 7 because of her so hectic, busy schedule, apparently filming Wednesday. But I was like, I thought her part in Scream 7 was a small, minor role. And best believe, Paramount, they would work around her schedule because it's Jenna Ortega. She's extremely popular right now. Extremely popular. She's going to help you at the box office. Wednesday was one of the most highest viewed shows on Netflix of all time. It was great. I can't wait for season 2. So I was like, no way you wouldn't push back your release date just to have Jenna Ortega be in Scream 7. I was like, it's kind of silly to me. It really is. Some people believe it, some people don't. Some people calling it a coincidence, and I guess we'll just leave it at that. But Jenna Ortega officially not coming back for Scream 7. Melissa Barrera officially not in Scream 7. So where do we go from here? What is going to happen? Well, according to Variety, which I hate reporting from now because of how terrible they were this past couple of weeks on the Marvels, putting hit after hit after hit, just going after the director. It was so depressing and sad to see. I was like, what are you guys doing? It felt like a hit piece. I was like, day after day, they were just, it was just ridiculous, you guys. So I'm gonna read you some of this article from Variety. James Vanderbilt and Guy Busick, the writers of the previous 2 Scream installments, will now work on a fresh draft to present to filmmakers. Some set pieces and twists may be preserved, but the movie will need to find a new protagonist. Ortega and Barrera signed on for 2 Scream movies and fulfilled those obligations with installments 5 and 6. Another source noted they would have needed new deals for the 7th chapter. So they weren't even signed on to Scream 7. But Barrera was fired. If she's not signed on, how is she fired? Makes no sense to me. Again, this is coming from Variety, you guys. So who will have to do the battle with the masked killer? The Scream movies have a bunch of characters who are still alive or who could be reanimated. It's a horror movie after all. And the joy of Scream is that it does not bury its dead too deep. These include Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox, the original stars of the series. Campbell appeared in the 2022 Scream, but opted not to return for the 2023 Scream 6 over a salary dispute. We all know that Neve Campbell was like, yo, if I'm coming back for another one, you guys are going to pay me. But Paramount didn't want to pay her the money that she deserved. So she was like, you know what? I'm not coming back. I'm done. Will she return for Scream 7? I don't know. That's a whole different story. But producers are keen. They're keen to see her reclaim her iconic character, Sidney Prescott. Another possibility could be Patrick Dempsey, who had a scene-stealing turn in the 2000 Scream 3. None of these actors have been active for negotiations thus far. So you're telling me they're even flirting with the idea of bringing back Patrick from Scream 3, that one cop who kind of had a crush on Sidney? I was like, okay, you seem a little bit desperate right now. What role would he have in Scream 7? Is he still a cop? I don't like that idea. But with Neve Campbell, can she return? Courtney Cox, or even Stu? A lot of people are like, well, what if Stu didn't die? What if Stu was still alive? What if Stu has been pulling the strings this entire time? It's a possibility. I would love to see Stu return. Absolutely. He was one of my favorite characters in the first movie. He was just so damn funny and likable. And then when he turned out to be with the killer, you're like, oh shit, I had no idea. But the killers usually come in two. So you're going to have two killers. I'm like, okay, well, that's going to be interesting. See what happens with Scream 7. But, you know, I honestly, and I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts on this. I don't think Neve Campbell's going to come back, especially the way things have ended with, you know, Melissa Barrera. Her being fired from the movie, you know what I mean, for, you know, not supporting genocide and shit like that. No way in hell she's going to be like, okay, I'm going to come back to the franchise because they offer me more money and now I'm the lead of the film. I think she has way too much integrity for that shit. I honestly do. I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think that the studio rehires, you know, Melissa Barrera. I don't. And I don't think she comes back. I think she's made a firm statement in what she believes and what she stands for. So I think you just got to just scrap this whole movie. Honestly, you know, I don't see where this can be. I don't see this recovering. I don't. Do we even need a Scream 7? No, we don't. The way Scream 6 ended was perfect. Perfect. You can have the Carpenter sisters officially done with Ghostface. Moving on. Start a whole new chapter if you want for Scream 7. You know, but to bring back Neve Campbell under these unfortunate circumstances, you know what I mean? It's a pity thing. It's a pity thing. That's the way I feel. Like, oh, Neve, can you come back now? Like, now we need you. Here's your money. I just don't think Neve Campbell would do it. I don't think so. Courtney Cox, on the other hand, I don't think she's had any kind of beef with them, the producers, or, you know, Spyglass. So I do think that she would return, and I think Courtney Cox would be the only person to get Sidney Prescott to return to Scream 7, and that is it. Or even Matthew Lillard, you know what I mean? If he was signed on and Courtney Cox was signed on and the script was somewhat good, then maybe it's a possibility. It's a possibility. But boy, would it look bad on Neve. It would. And I don't want Neve Campbell to look bad. She's beautiful. She's been beautiful forever. Forever. Since The Craft or since Scream. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Scream 7. You know, they're doing a whole bunch of rewrites. Now they got to come up with a brand new script, brand new cast. What about Randy's nephew and niece? Like, do you plan to have them return? Are they siding with, you know, Melissa? That's a whole new thing there as well. We don't know if they're going to return. And we don't know if they want to return. They were great. I got to really love them by Scream 6. You know, it was Scream 5 was kind of hard for me to get behind this whole new cast. But Scream 6 really solidified that core group, especially of all of them being in New York and just being with each other after that hell of a night. You know what I mean? And where's Scream located? Why am I drawing a blank right now? Not Nightmare on Elm Street. What's this? Oh my God. I'm drawing a blank. Completely drawing a blank on the location. Dumb Christian. I'm sorry, you guys. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. You know, I don't know if Christopher Landon is going to continue to direct the film. You know, now that there's going to be a whole new script and a whole new story. I don't know how he feels about that. You know, maybe they just continue on and do a legacy film and end it with Scream 7, and that is completely it. We're done. We're moving on from Ghostface. That is it. But post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about Scream 7 and the possibilities of Neve Campbell and other returning characters, legacy characters from the franchise, returning for Scream 7. And do you think it's, a whole conspiracy theory about Jenna Ortega not coming back because of scheduling conflicts and shit like that? Well, now that the film is definitely going to be delayed, you know what I mean? Maybe she can return, but will she return? But post your comments down below, please. Let's engage. Let's talk. Let me know what you guys think. Peace.